Hello, welcome back to the channel. Monica Louvre here with the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing your reading from the 8th to the 14th of August. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate, it may not. If it does resonate with you, there will be a link in the description box for the extended. So Leo, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge, Leo, is the Nine of Wands in reverse. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, so your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with the Nine of Wands in reverse. I do feel like someone here is giving up on something. They're like giving up on this situation, or you're giving up on something here, and you may find it really challenging to do that. We're going to clarify the Nine of Wands and get more information for you in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the Six of Wands in reverse, the Five of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like some sort of situation in the past, Leo, that you really believed was going to become very successful may have failed here in the past. I do feel like there was a power struggle. There may have been multiple people interfering in something here in the past. I am getting with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, something here stopped working. It stopped functioning, okay? We're going to clarify this and get more information for you in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Seven of Swords, the Devil in reverse, and the King of Swords upright. So in the present moment, I strongly feel with the Seven of Swords, there's something here about deception, lies, not being able to trust someone. I don't know why it's showing up here. We're going to see why. The Devil is here in reverse, okay? So either someone or something is withdrawing from a situation because, first of all, the Devil, when I look at the Devil card, it gives me this, when it's upright, okay, it's a reverse here for you, but when it's upright, I get this energy of people being in bondage, people dating or being together, not being married, still engaging in what things would, what people would do being married. So, the Devil is a lot of things. It could be drugs, addiction, alcohol, all of that, okay, sex addiction. It is in reverse, which is indicating to me that someone here is choosing to withdraw from this type of lifestyle. They don't want to be a part of that type of lifestyle, okay? And it could be you or your person. We're going to find out more when we clarify. Now, in the near future, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Hierophant in reverse. Even though you want to commit yourself to someone here in the near future, you may want to get married to them, or you may already be married to them. Take it as it resonates. The Hierophant is here in reverse. Okay, so this is indicating to me that although you want to commit yourself to someone, you may not here, okay? Or you may rethink a marriage or a commitment that you're making with someone here, okay? So even though the Hierophant's showing up here in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles is upright and the Three of Pentacles is upright. So there is a possibility here, Leo, for you and this person to find a way to cooperate, to get back on the same page together. And we're going to see more when we clarify. Now, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is a Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Some sort of opportunity is missed here, okay? Something is overlooked here. And, it doesn't really tell me why the Wheel of Fortune's here in reverse, but it may make sense as we go on through the reading once we clarify, okay? So let's get into your reading and let's see what's going on for you. So the Nine of Wands in reverse, let's clarify your challenge. So the Nine of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Cups. You have the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with the fact that there's something here, Leo, about deception. You have the Seven of Swords twice in your reading. So there's something here about trust issues. Someone here, I feel, okay, that you're dealing with or you're involved with, okay, or this could be you, take it as it resonates. Someone here is not being as honest or upfront about their intentions, okay? I do feel like someone here is focused on themselves. Their priority may be themselves here. You have the Seven of Wands, so, you know, you may be creating some sort of boundaries, or you may be creating some sort of, you know, there's something here about boundaries, like you creating some boundaries. You're finding it very difficult maybe to create boundaries with this person. There's something here that you're giving up on, Leo, or you find difficult when it comes to giving up on this situation. And the reason why this may be for you is because whatever this situation is, especially if it's a relationship, it's one that makes and brings you a lot of happiness, okay? But there's also issues, trust issues. There's issues about you creating some sort of blockages or boundaries when it comes to you and this person. And it could be because a lot of you are tired of going through the same old. There's something here about going through the same old, experiencing the same old. Nothing seems to change. And, there's something here about things getting boring as well with the 9 of Swords in reverse, or the 9 of Wands in reverse. So it's like you may be dropping this guard, but at the same time, you're giving up altogether. And it could be because there's trust issues, or there's something here that you can't completely trust in general, okay? And it has a lot to do with a long-term commitment or connection. So your biggest challenge here is maybe to flow more with this situation. I'm also getting a need for you to be a little bit more open. There's also something here about making assumptions as well too. So, your biggest challenge here is about releasing. And that's what you're going to be doing with the 9 of Wands. It's like releasing control, releasing needing to be in charge of things all the time. So there's something here about going with the flow, but at the same time being careful of the 7 of Swords, because it is showing up twice in your reading. And your biggest challenge may be to be honest with yourself about this. Like if you can't trust this person, or there's a situation that you can't trust, then there may be a reason why you're creating some sort of boundaries between you and this person. Okay. And that's going to be your biggest challenge when it comes to this week in August, okay? So let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify the 6 of Wands in reverse. So the 6 of Wands in reverse is clarified by the Lovers. You have the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So in the recent past, I'm really strongly getting there's something here with the 6 of Wands about a failure within the marriage or commitment, okay? So it looks like in the past you were very much in love with this person, but there's something here that failed or didn't work out. Tell me more about the 8 of Pentacles in reverse for Leo. So the 8 of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by the 5 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups. So I feel like in the recent past, there was something here that led to a third-party situation, deception, lies within the relationship, and it started to bring forth some sort of confusion, okay? There was some sort of confusion. So even though you and this person in the past, it looked like very fulfilling love, something here failed within the connection, and it may have led to this person stepping out or disconnecting from it. Tell me more about the 5 of Swords for Leo in the recent past. You have the 3 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. So in the recent past, there was a third-party situation. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Not everyone's going to resonate. But you were dealing with someone here who cheated, lied, or there was some sort of deception, or there was an argument about someone here cheating or lying, okay? It doesn't always have to be cheating or lying. In your reading, I see a lot of it, okay? 7 of Swords here twice, 3 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands. I mean, these are all very, very hard cards to entertain. So something here happened in the past that really led to you and this person. At one point, it looked like everything was going to be successful, and then it crumbled here in the past. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. Now, in the present moment, you have the Devil in reverse. Somebody here is completely disconnecting from the situation because it's become toxic. Okay, and we're going to find out more about that for you in a moment. But first, I want to clarify the 7 of Swords. Why is the 7 of Swords here in the present moment for Leo? The 7 of Swords is clarified by the 3 of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Someone here in the present moment is super closed off. They're super closed off, okay? And this could be you, could be your person. Something's telling me it's an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I'm getting a Taurus here, possibly a Capricorn. For many of you, Libra is really strong, Aquarius is strong. So I feel like in the present moment, there is some sort of trust issues. That's why this person's becoming closed off. It looks like this person is trying or will try to work things out with you. Tell me more about the Devil in reverse. Why is it here for Leo, and what is the important message? Five of Pentacles in reverse, the Page of Wands, and you have the Four of Pentacles. So even though there is some sort of toxicity right now in the connection, there's something here about you disconnecting or someone here disconnecting and closing off. And that's what changes the dynamic of the relationship, okay? Because it looks like, Leo, in the present moment, you want to move into a new direction. You still want to hold on to this. You still want to be connected to this relationship and this person, but you want something within the relationship to change, okay? Or a certain trait within the connection needs to come to some sort of change, okay? And it looks like you and this person are going to be talking about it. You're going to be working through it, which is good. Tell me more about this person, the King of Swords in the somebody here is like putting their foot down in the present moment with the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is clarified by the Chariot, the Hierophant, and the King of Cups. Whoever this person is, they definitely want to get married or they want to commit themselves to you. I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is someone you're dealing with. This is someone who wants to offer love to you. They want to commit and they want to move forward. But I think one of the things, Leo, that may be stopping you and this person from moving forward is the toxicity within the connection. So I don't know what's happening in your connection. There's something here that needs to be addressed. It does involve the devil energy. It is in reverse. So something here needs to be put back into moderation. There needs to be structure and balance. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing here because you want to move into a new direction. So even though you feel, okay, that's why the Nine of Wands is here in reverse. Even though you feel like, you know what, I just want to disconnect from this situation. I think I'm going to give up on it altogether because I don't trust the situation. There's something here about you needing to maybe resolve something here with this person or be open to working things out in order to not be in this place of giving up. Because if you give up too soon on this situation, Nine of Wands in reverse, you may miss out the happiness that comes along with it, okay? So that's what I'm seeing in the present moment. Someone definitely wants to commit, but in order to commit, there's certain things that are required in order for you and this person to move forward. Now, in the near future, you have the Hierophant in reverse. Something here doesn't work out, okay? And you got to be prepared for that. We're going to talk about it in a moment. But first, I want to clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Why is it here in the near future for Leo? So the Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Hermit. You have the Page of Swords and the Death. So in the near future, I do strongly feel with the Hermit here, someone is going to be going within. They're going to be doing a lot of alone time, focusing inward on themselves. Something here is coming to an end in the near future. And I feel what's coming to an end is somebody here offering an opportunity. And again, an opportunity of getting married, an opportunity of committing. It looks like someone here is really going within. They're doing a lot of inner work. And they're asking themselves, do I really want to give an opportunity to this person? It could be you or your person. I feel like this could be your person. It's like someone here is going within and they're overanalyzing an offer. But because the Death is here, that may come to an end. So if this person's been in their head for quite some time, it looks like in the near future, they kind of release themselves from that. They release themselves from being in this hermit mode because there's something here. Some of you are dealing with an earth sign in the near future, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I'm getting a Scorpio, a Gemini, or a Virgo. This person's constantly in their head about committing to you, you know, constantly about, should I give Leo this offer? Should I do this? Should I not? There's always this constant questioning here. Tell me more about the Hierophant. Why is it in reverse for Leo? So the Hierophant in reverse is clarified by the High Priestess, the Two of Wands, and the Four of Swords. So in the near future, I do feel intuitively that there is some sort of separation coming in the near future for you and this person. And the reason why is because someone here just doesn't feel like either getting married or committing to the situation. That's why the Hierophant is here in reverse. They're still questioning whether or not this is for them. And because there's so much questioning here in the near future, it may lead to a separation, okay? Or it may lead to a conversation about talking about the direction that you and this person want to move into. Because if you and this person are trying to commit to one another and you have a different idea of marriage or a different idea of the path that you want this relationship to go on, and this person has a different perspective and you and this person don't see eye to eye, that may be the reason why a separation is here on the horizon for you. I do see a lot of healing though. So even though a separation is coming, there's a lot of healing energy as well too. Okay. Now things can go either way, but because the Wheel of Fortune's in reverse, it looks like an opportunity is missed. Okay. Now, because you're watching this reading, you're aware now. So you're going to find ways to avoid missing out on this opportunity because, of course, Leo, the sun is in your sign, which means there's abundance of opportunities coming in, but you have to be consciously aware of them. So tell me more about the Three of Pentacles for Leo in the near future. So the Three of Pentacles is clarified by, you have the Eight of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Empress. So in the near future with the Three of Pentacles, I really do strongly feel someone here is disconnecting. Okay, it's not the greatest news, but someone here is disconnecting. They are trying to work things out. They are trying to move to the next level, but I see somebody here disconnecting. Okay, and it could be you, Leo. You could be deciding to disconnect. And the reason why you may be deciding to disconnect is because there's something here, okay, about 1 minute feeling like this person is the one, wanting to be with them, committing yourself, and then the next minute you're like, I don't know if I really want this. I don't know if this is really what I want, you know? And that's why the Wheel of Fortune's here in reverse, because again, as much as something may seem like a good opportunity, you may figure out over this week, the second week in August, that, you know what, maybe this isn't for me. Okay. And of course, things can go either way, but that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of uncertainty here in the near future surrounding a marriage or a commitment that you're in or that you're planning on being in. Okay. So let's get some advice. There's something here about second guessing something. And that's why the Nine of Wands is here, because your challenge is about feeling like, you know what, maybe I'm going to give up on this situation. You know, so what is your advice? You have the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Empress. In order for you to be able to attract the love that you want, okay, attract the person, the love that you want, you need to be able, Leo, to sit back and allow this person to come to you. You don't have to do anything, Leo, especially in Leo season. Okay, you're the queen, you're the king, and it's your time now. So this is about you being able to watch this person's actions, watch what they're doing. Maybe you need to be more aware of what you want when it comes to love. Someone here is on and off. They're not emotionally available. At times they are emotionally available, and at other times they're not emotionally available. So there's something here, Leo, about allowing something to come to you. Empress, you are the Empress, okay? And because the sun is in your sign now, you are the Empress. And I believe Venus is also going to be entering into Leo as well too, so that's Empress energy. So there's something here about someone being on and off, being in and out, emotionally unavailable, and there's something here about watching someone's actions, okay? Don't listen to what someone says, but watch their actions, because you know what? Actions speak louder than words. If someone here is coming in and they act like they care about you and love you, but then they're inconsistent, then your biggest piece of advice here is to recognize that, okay? Empress is someone who watches and observes. The Empress is someone who gets impregnated and has to go through a series of tests, you know, over the next 9 months, you know? So your biggest challenge here is, in order to attract love, in order to make the right decision about someone, okay, and not jump and do things without thinking, you need to watch this person's actions. Watch the actions of the people around you. Once you watch the actions of the people around you, that's what's going to allow you to determine, is this someone I see myself growing with? Is this someone who is going to nurture me and give me the support and love that I need? Because you know what, Leo? People who date you don't have to worry about Leos, okay? Usually Leo is very loving, okay? Leo is one of the signs with the biggest heart of the zodiac, okay? The lion is ruled by the heart. So this is about you watching someone's actions, because if someone here is not consistent, your biggest piece of advice is to recognize that and recognize what you have to do for yourself. The Empress is someone, if you notice, the Empress is always sitting alone. She's on her own, okay? And she's watching, she's evaluating, she's seeing, if I'm going to allow something into my life, is it going to take me to the next level? Is it going to nurture me? Is it going to allow me to grow? It's like a plant. You know, if I put a plant in a room and there's no sun and there's no water and there's no air, is it going to grow? You need to make sure that the person you're engaging yourself with is someone who can give you what you need emotionally. Okay, that's your biggest piece of advice. All right. So Leo, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.